2. Just up the road from SFL headquarters in Memphis, Tennessee, it's SFLm Week 3 action here on the SFL YouTube network. Madison takes on the River Runners. Along with Nate Hall, I'm Cameron Irvine. Welcome to Tennessee, the elongated state. How you doing, Nate?
I'm doing great, Cam. Ready to get this one started.
Madison and Memphis, two teams with plenty of history and two teams that have looked pretty good to start the season. Madison, an epic win last week over Boise in their opener. Memphis has split a pair, but Israel Adams, this guy is electric. Love watching him play.
Yeah, Israel Adams is such a great wide receiver for this Memphis Runners team. Came away with a couple of touchdowns, receptions last week. We're going to have to see if these two quarterbacks can take care of the ball. Each have had struggles recently with throwing interceptions. I think that's going to play a big part in this game this evening.
Xander Moon wins the toss and wants the football. Madison going to start with it this evening. The undefeated Lynx taking on the Memphis River Runners, 1-1. Ball's on the tee, and the hand is in the air. Trillian Black, kick it. We're underway. Madison returns us up past the 20, the 26-yard line. Let's meet the Lynx offense. It's led by Xander Moon. Number 1, Marcus Duncan is your running back in the backfield. Number 21, taken after Tim, the big fundamental. Adrian Ellis, Charlie Baker, your two wide receivers, 11 and 15 are their numbers. Scott Fowle, the tight end for Madison, number 82. And watch out for the guard, Mitchell Witters. He wears number 67 and will be a big deal in this upcoming draft as Duncan loses a yard, knocked backwards on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, couldn't get very much blocking on that right side of that offensive line. Got a tackle for a loss on the first play from scrimmage. But I would look for the running game to keep going early and often with Mitchell Witters, big boy up in the guard area, helping block for these plays.
Hand off again to Duncan here up the middle. Ball in the left hand, gets 4. And that'll set up a 3rd down and 7. This Memphis defense has Angela Meerkat up front, week 2 signing. Glad she's a part of the league. Outside linebacker Matt Anderson has been pretty great for this front 7. Corners Laquan Smith and Roy Vance. Free safety is TJ Frosty. All in all, Memphis a little light defensively compared to the other SFLm teams, but they're holding it down, holding their own. Moon's pass is caught for a first down at the 40-yard line on a slant over the middle, and that pass hauled in by Fowle for the first down.
Buddy, Scott Fowle right over the middle with that reception to get that first down conversion. Xander Moon had just enough time to find his wide open tight end, and first pass play and first down conversion of the game for the Lynx.
3 receivers top of the screen for Madison at the 40-yard line as Moon drops and flips it outside to Fowle again. You know, Fowle earlier this week said, I don't know who my father is, but it sure isn't Scott Fowle. I need you to rip the junior off my name. Seamstress couldn't get it done, but we did up here in the booth. No junior. Fowle's got 2 grabs.
Yeah, Fowle's looking hot early and often on this drive. We'll have to see if it continues on this next set of series.
And off the Duncan picks up 1. I agree with you. Fowle is heating up here, but I don't know that Kendra would like you saying he's looking hot so far in the first quarter, Nate. I'd be worried if I was her.
Well, good thing she's not home right now, and she is still at work as far as I know. Haven't gotten a text from her yet saying that she's off of work yet, so I am safe until she walks through that door.
It's all love in the SFL. 4 wide for Madison there on 3rd down and 6, and that pass is nearly intercepted, cut off at the end by TJ Frosty, and that will force a change of possession. So Madison moves the chains once. Memphis hunkers down in the middle of the field and will get the ball to their offense.
Yeah, tough break. I think TJ Frosty, had he held on to that ball, he might still be running to the house to make a house call to the end zone on that play. But we'll see the offense get the ball though after this punt.
Punt is away from Madison. That's Pete Ellis. Fielded at the 20 for Memphis. Nice sidestep and a spin. Gets a handful of yards to the 25-yard line. 8:18 to go. Now it's time for Memphis's offense. Cyrus Jive at quarterback, number 7, 6'5", 235. GP Wells in the backfield. He is dynamic, 5'9", 208. Terrence Weary, along with Israel Adams, are your receivers for Memphis, and Adams has been the focal point over the last few weeks watching the River Runners play. He's just gotten better and better over the offseason. Caesar Ackerman is your tight end for Memphis, wearing number 47. This is Jive. First pass of the night. That ball is caught. Pickup of 7, maybe 6.5 yards. And that is Terrence Weary, wrapped up on the back end of the defense by Joseph Mann.
Again, it's Weary early in this on the first play from scrimmage. Maybe they saw Israel Adams cover on the other side, so they might go to Weary a little more often than we're used to.
Jive on 2nd down and 3. Floats one down the field. Caught. First down on the Madison 49-yard line. And is that man? That is that man. Israel Adams with his first haul of the night.
Israel Adams shows you what I know. Memphis was like, well, nope. Second play from scrimmage, we're going to go right over the middle to Israel Adams because we're going to get equal time for our wide receivers. Huge pass play over the middle, almost to midfield, or actually on the other side of midfield for that great conversion there on first down.
Great coverage, but not good enough from Kenny Miller in Madison free safety position. Jive going to go out to Adams, and they're going to say he did not get the feed in. That's something that scouts are going to want to see from Adams, Nate. You got to tap those feet on those out routes in the pros.
With it being SFL, you only need 1 foot to be tapped down before you go out of bounds in order to be a catch. So scouts are definitely going to be looking for the ability of these wide receivers to be able to get that toe drag swag going as they go toward the sidelines.
Handoff to Wells, picks up 5 yards. That'll set up a more manageable 3rd down and 5. Madison's offense was 5 for 7 on 3rd downs last week. Didn't really get into many 3rd and situations, and now Memphis has to deal with it right here.
Yeah, they're going to be on a 3rd and medium here, so their playbook, in my opinion, is still wide open. We've got a couple of pass plays and one handoff so far to Wells, who saw equal yardage to the passing yards last week.
Jive goes down in the backfield, a 6-yard loss, pressured from the beginning of the play, and taking a bow after the sack. That's Justin Marland, and that's how Memphis's drive will end. So both defenses off to a great start. Way better start than the defenses in Maryland right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That other game's getting crazy, but I was gonna one of the keys of the game that I was looking at was if these quarterbacks will be able to stay upright. So great sack though for Madison on that 3rd down play.
Second punt of the game, and another decent return out of the 20-yard line. Nicely done there for the Lynx. That's Hugh McClinney on special teams. And we get our second look at Xander Moon of the night.
Yeah, second look at Xander Moon. Last week, he was not sacked at all in their come-from-behind win against Boise. That's because offensive linemen matter. They've got that guard, Michael Witters, on the offensive line watching his back, and he was not able to be sacked last week, so we'll have to see if that continues.
Duncan smacked in the backfield. That's another great tackle from the linebacking core. That's Kerrion Gates for Memphis. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. A lot of early down runs for Duncan, Nate, and Memphis is not fooled. This time it's a different linebacker, Chase Amherst. How many linebackers does Memphis have make the tackle for his 3rd and long?
These linebackers are getting their name called early and often in this game, but it looks like there's a pattern going on here for Madison's offense. Run, pass. We'll see if this pass play works out for him.
And it does not. Moon goes down. Now Memphis flipping field position here. Wrapped up by Trevor Flemons, and that'll force a 4th and long for Madison. And finally, at least a little bit of movement here by either team.
Yeah, it's going to be flip field position, like you said, for Memphis's offense. Madison here having to punt from deep in their own territory. Memphis should get good field position after this punt.
And that they do up to the 49-yard line. Memphis's Angela Meerkat joined in week 2, but already an interception and 3 tackles for Derek Meerkat over in the Annapolis game. Someone will have to inform us in the chat if they are siblings or related in any way so we can get it written down in our notes sheet of our broadcast. But Annapolis leading Boise right now 21-14. That game's still early in the 2nd quarter. Scoreless here with 4:34 to go in the 1st quarter. Jive is changing the play, and this time we'll fire it outside to Israel Adams, and this time gets the feet inbounds for 4 yards.
Gets the feet inbounds. He caught it with both feet inbounds, actually, this time before he was run out of bounds. But maybe, yeah, there we go. Israel Adams in chat. Husband-wife, another husband-wife combo in the minor leagues now, joining the ranks of the likes of myself and Kendra and others in this league.
Well, there you go. That's great to see as Cyrus gets it out. And this time the out route is incomplete. So Israel Adams running a lot of shallow routes early on with some success, some not.
Yes, looks like he was. I'm not sure if they caught that as a catch or not, but if it was catch, it went for minimal gain, maybe even a loss on that play. They need to. I think Israel Adams is such a great wide receiver. They need to look over deep for him in a pass play.
This time they dump it off, and that's going to be short of the 4th down. That's Victor Harrington with the catch. Kind of in no man's land here, Nate, on 4th and 2.
Yeah, but with Memphis here at home trying to keep this crowd behind them, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out on offense, and it looks like they will, to try to go for this on 4th down.
8 in the box for Madison. I don't think that's what Memphis was wanting to see. Wells in the backfield.
That defensive look might make them call timeout and just punt this away.
Yeah, that was not, I don't think, what Memphis was hoping to see. And, yeah, Madison has scared Memphis into the timeout call. They'll punt the ball away. No score here early on. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, no harm, no foul, no score. Nobody wants to move the ball very much, it seems like. So we'll get to see the 3rd drive for Madison coming up here after this punt. Maybe Memphis can pin them even deeper than they were last time. Maybe a coffin corner kick coming up here on this punt.
Scott Fowle in the chat called them cowards. Way to get after him, Scott. He's ready to go tonight.
Call him out.
Memphis punts the football away, try to pin Madison deep. Their last drive went 3 and out and lost 6 yards. This is a pretty great punt. Oh, but it rolled into the end zone. Almost nailed it perfectly at the 1 yard line, but Jack Keener just a little bit too much mustard on it. And Xander Moon will start from the 20.
Yeah, had that ball died 2 yards prior or 2 yards shorter than that, it might have been down at the 1. But luckily for Madison, they get to come out onto the 20 and start this next drive. A little bit of breathing room here.
Boise tacks on a field goal, 21-17 Annapolis over the Mud Dogs in the other game. Duncan takes another first down handoff, picks up 2 yards. I feel like I'm watching the Seahawks playing right now, Nate, from that Monday Night Football game. A ton of first down runs here for Madison.
Real ton of first down runs, and if they keep their same strategy as the first 2 drives, we might see another run here on second down. We'll have to see. That looks like it is a run formation maybe with the eye, but so far early in this game, no room for the running back.
Well, there you go. Pass on second down into traffic, incomplete. Broken up again. That's another linebacker, Amherst this time. You know, I understand what Madison's trying to do. A pretty light front 7 here for Memphis. Just 2 stars to keep an eye on tonight. But Memphis holding their own on defense, force another third down.
Yeah, their secondary and linebacker core is doing the work so far as not letting Madison get very far in the receiving game. It's definitely going to be a pass though on third and long here. Let's see what happens.
Running slants in the middle, converted 1 third down that way, converts another that way. First down to the Madison 35-yard line, and making that catch over the middle, the smaller in stature Curtis Walker.
Curtis Walker, very short for a wide receiver, 5'9", 190, but he was able to find the opening to snag that reception over the middle and get that first down on a third and long play. So great job to find him and get that conversion.
4 wide here on first down. Madison opening up a little bit more. That pass is caught, and wide open was Charlie Baker. First grab deep down the field, and Madison for the first time tonight is in Memphis territory.
And maybe Xander Moon's starting to find something in that Memphis defense that he can exploit. Over the last 2 plays, he's gone over the middle both times, and both times was able to get long receptions out of it. So we'll have to see if Memphis's defense and secondary can tighten up a little bit so it doesn't turn into a long evening for him.
Moon tosses another one. That's caught. Adrian Ellis spreading the ball around as Madison on this drive. A 5-yard pickup at the 42. This is what they looked like in that game-winning drive against Boise last week.
Yeah, that game-winning drive that, definitely moved the ball down, finding all their wide receivers as targets on that drive to take the lead and ultimately win that game. Spreading the love here on this Madison offensive on this drive.
Flip out to Duncan, and somebody's got to tell Duncan just swat it down. I think he may have thought he had more room out there to make a play, but the third and long coming up.
Yeah, he can't run that route so far to the sidelines that he's just going to walk with momentum out of bounds and lose a couple of yards. Better off just to take the incompletion and move on, but now they got a third and long play.
1 minute to go in the first quarter. No score here from Memphis. Both teams feeling the situation out as that pass is dropped. If he would have been able to turn the corner, that was Ellis. I think he would have gotten the first down. The timing was good, but Ellis with a costly drop will end the drive.
Ellis with a costly drop. I didn't see the defender that was there also, but looked like he also had a chance to maybe pick that off after the bobbled pass reception attempt. So luckily for Madison, it wasn't picked off, and they'll get to try to pin Memphis deep here.
Oh
no!
The snap is over the head of the punter. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to get the snap off. Unbelievable. Get the punt off, that is, and it's going to take a roll. A Madison roll all the way down to the 33-yard line. Unbelievable.
Net that as a 10-yard punt here in the SFL minor leagues. That's right. From the 43 down to the 33 after that terrible, terrible snap on that play that went over the head of the punter. Somehow the punter was able to go back there, get the punt off, and otherwise that would have been disaster for them, I think.
Heads up awareness from Ellis. And avoids disaster there off the snap. Handoff to G.P. Wells, and Wells is smashed in the backfield. Heck of a play by Gary Hounds, hounding Wells for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, Gary Hounds getting the big TFL. They knew they were going to have to focus, I think, on G.P. Wells this week, because in their win against San Jose last week, he had almost 200 yards of rushing yardage and 2 touchdowns. So good job by them to contain him so far.
That pass was knocked away. Intended receiver was weary, but on the coverage, Clay Martin with an excellent hit in that Madison secondary, 3rd and long for Memphis.
Yeah, that massive hit jarred that ball loose. Weary wasn't able to hold on and falls incomplete. So it was going to set up a 3rd and, like, I would say almost half a mile in this case. But we'll see if they come out and find maybe Israel Adams over the middle for a first down conversion.
I'm not familiar with the yards to miles conversion. We'll have to take a look at that because that pass is incomplete. Look at a right idea to Adams, but more great coverage by the Madison defense. That's Enzo Bolt, who always jacks me up to call a game. One of the best names in the minors right now.
Enzo Bolt getting a hand in there to swat that one away. He said, Israel Adams, I'll be on you all. Actually, that time it was on 82, but he told that wide receiver, I will be on you all night long, and you're not going to be able to go anywhere. Great swat down by Bolt to get that incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's my bad. Nate Kent Harris, your receiver on that deep route there. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. And I don't know, Nate. I don't know about you. I'm kind of liking this game right now. The team's moving the balls between the 20s, and then the defenses are tightening up, and that's the story of the first quarter. End of the first, Madison nothing, Memphis nothing. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Chat shoutouts: Giovanni Diggs, Israel Adams, J Rock, Axel Raven, Adrian Blaine, Xander Moon, Berto Demora, Scott Fowl. All in the chat. Many, many others. Stephen Black just checked in. Loving this so far. Now in Florida, and we're hoping to get an interview with Black for the semifinal broadcast on Saturday, as Duncan is dropped for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, 2-yard loss, not going anywhere on that play, but huge shout out to Coach Demora, one of the coaching members from Madison from the very get-go in season 1. Always looked up to that guy ever since I was there for season 1 for our championship season, so shout out to him.
Pass is caught, and then dragging a defender was Hugh McClenny, and nearly got the first down, helping Moon's average, 3rd and inches.
Yeah, McClenny almost got the first down, but couldn't quite reach for the yardage that he needed. But I think you just hand this one off and hope your running back can get that first down for you in this situation.
That's what they do, and Duncan runs off tackle and picks up a first down. The Madison 47-yard line. Nice job following the blockers. Tackled at the end of the play by T.J. Frosty, among others.
Yeah, Marcus Duncan making it look easy getting that first down. Gets a good 6 to 7 yards before he's tackled to get that good 3rd down conversion. Let's see if it's kind of a jumbo formation to be spreading it out, but I was hoping to see them kind of spread it out a little more.
Instead, Duncan picks up 6. Laquan Smith in on the back end at corner, 6'2", 205 prospect.
Yeah, I'm a very defensive-minded kind of guy. With the position I play in the major leagues, I love to see a good defensive game anytime that I call a game in the SFL. So I think we got another big defensive matchup here so far today. Neither team really moving the ball up until now.
Moon flips it out to his top target, Charlie Baker, picks up 4 to set up a 3rd down and 2. At the Memphis 45. This is about the time that the defenses have settled in. We've seen 3 drives now across the 50. Haven't gotten much further than that.
Yeah, but this time they're on Memphis 45, trying to move the ball a little more this drive, it seems like. We'll see if they can get a little further, though. Maybe get into further into enemy territory. Oh,
that pass is knocked down. Heck of a play on the defensive front on 3rd and 2. Going to get the first down, too, as long as the back didn't drop it. But Trevor Flemons actually gets in the backfield, swats it away. Heck of a play.
Yeah, Trevor Flemons doing exactly what he's taught to do on that defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback and make that sack, they teach you to put your hands up, and hopefully you get a batted ball or pass deflection And that's exactly what happened there. Great job by him to get those big hands up and get that incomplete pass.
No high snap this go around. Going to field it at the 10, and Memphis up to the 15-yard line, 8:41 to go. Israel Adams was in the chat saying if that was him, he would have pulled that down. And reminds me, Nate, have you defended Kendra Hall in your career yet? Has that been a matchup that you've gotten a chance to have?
So with me as the slot safety, I don't believe there are certain formations I might have lined up against her. But I think most of the time I'm on their third wide receiver or tight end, depending on the formation. So I haven't gone up against her one-on-one. I think that's most likely either Gunny or Martin that was on her when we played each other earlier this season.
Adams hauled it in. I think that's all the more reason to talk to Lone Star ownership and say, hey, I love Gunny and Bo, but come on, you got to give me a chance to defend my wife.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of a combination would that be to try to defend one of the hottest wide receivers in the SFL?
Well played, Nate. Well played.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't talk bad about her when I'm not going up against her. So she's definitely one of the best to do it.
I feel like I'm at a comedy show. You brought that all the way around from the beginning of the game. That's terrific. Pass hauled in by the fullback, Isaac Holtz, but not much there, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, not much there. He goes out of bounds, makes it a 3rd and medium. GP Wells just hasn't got anything going yet, and I think it's going to be another passing attempt for Cyrus Jive. Let's see if he can stay upright, though, on this play.
Jive fires it out and had to come back for it a little bit, but Ackerman gets the first down and more to the 28. That's an 8-yard gain. Nice job by Caesar at the end of that play to move the sticks.
Yeah, Caesar Ackerman being able to turn up field, knowing exactly where that first down marker is, and being able to get that 3rd down conversion for his quarterback. Great job to be able to continue this drive for Memphis on this possession.
1st and 10 of the Memphis 28-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver, bottom of the screen. That's Adams. They flip it outside, and then Wells cuts back in. Nice little run there to pick up 3 yards on the back end of that play. It was Madison's Adrian Blaine and company making the stop.
Yeah, Blaine looks like was in there. Maybe 51 outside linebacker Joseph Mann might have been in there towards the end as well. But great stop by them to only let him gain 3 yards on that play.
2nd and 7 at the 31, 7:05 to go in the first half. Still scoreless, but it's been a good football game as Wells is dropped in the backfield, a 2-yard loss. A chess match of all chess matches in this scoreless ball game. Charles Verne makes the tackle, and Nighthawks 24. You cannot honestly believe that I made Mike St. Green drop his sandwich. That dude has butterfingers for days, and that was not anywhere near my fault. You take that back. 3rd down and 9 for Jive at the 28-yard line. Bunch set off to the right. Jive is looking the other way. It's caught by Adams in double coverage. A risky pass, but Adams blocks out 2 defenders, falls just short of the first down. I think, Nate, he was so focused on catching the pass, he didn't realize where he was with the sticks.
Yeah, he was just trying to make sure he caught that ball in between 2 defenders. Looked like a 3rd one was in there towards the end of that play that would have got him. Also, that was getting close there. But he needs to have that awareness, no matter how many people's around him, to be able to just fall forward and get that extra couple of inches.
So another punt coming up. Madison almost blocked that. The field position battle continues. Now, this time, Madison will start from their own 30 with 6 minutes to go. And I don't know what it is about this game, Nate, but usually a 0-0 game would be quite boring. But maybe it's you, Nate. Maybe I just like hanging out with you.
Yeah, we just love hanging out together. We love to, so here it is. This is our first game calling a game together. We've been psyched about this for the entire week that we found out that we're calling this game together. It's just great to spend an evening with you, absolutely.
Same to you, Nate. It's nice to have Kendra out of the house for a while as Duncan breaks a tackle, gets a first down, but stepped out of bounds. Otherwise, it could have made 2 more miss. Best play of the night from Marcus Duncan, showing his moves out of the backfield.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've really seen him break a bigger gain out in the flat on the reception so far in this game. He tried to go for a spin move, and I think the momentum from that spin move is what carried him out of bounds. And like you said, had he stayed inbounds, maybe just turned on the jets instead of trying to fake out a defender, he might be still running right now.
Justice Blackwell in the chat saying, we all know MSG's the second best receiver next to me. Just been letting him feel good this season. Someone check that man for a concussion as Madison's fullback James Rambo picks up 9. The Lynx finding success, dumping the ball off out of the backfield.
Yeah, this time the fullback getting it on the action. James Rambo, number 20, getting a catch out in the flats. But going back to that comment made by Justice, we already talked, we already talked about Kendra, so there's no need to talk about who the number 1 wide receiver is.
2nd and 1 at the Memphis 49-yard line. Duncan takes another handoff, gets a first down. The Memphis 45. So here we go again, Nate. We're inside the 50, in between the 50 and the 40, and now Madison has a chance to take the lead going into the half.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen this before somewhere where Madison's been on this part of the field and just haven't got any further than this. But let's see if they change this around here on this drive.
Duncan, nice move, then hurdles the defender, 25 down to the 22-yard line. Marcus Duncan heating up with 36 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and a big chunk of those 36 yards came on this run right here. Able to bounce it right up the middle, spin move off to the right, and from that point, it was just a foot race, and number 23 for Memphis that's going to be cornerback Laquan Smith. Lucky that he was able to catch up with that running back after that huge gain.
2 receivers, 2 backs for Moon. Off that nice run, 6 in the box for Memphis. Moon to throw again. Pump fake, backwards pass that counts as a run, and then a juke move from the fullback. James Rambo, get out of here. That was the best 0-yard play I'm going to see all season.
Yeah, fullbacks aren't known for their hands either, so had that been dropped, it would have been a fumble live ball. So living dangerously is this offense for Madison right now, but definitely a great job to be able to turn that upfield and get a 0-yard gain.
Moon dumps that ball off. That's foul, his 3rd grab. Set up a 3rd and 5, and don't look now, Nate, but we got a team in the red zone.
Oh, yeah. Madison is in the red zone for first time for either team in this game. Finally starting to heat up a little bit. It took them most of the half to get to this point. But, hey, they finally found something to go right with this offense against this big Memphis defense, and they're moving.
Out of the shotgun, Moon flips it inside the 10. Too easy. 13-yard pickup. Goes for a first down to Adrian Ellis.
Adrian Ellis, all 5'11" of him, getting the grab there over. He was on that slant pattern over the middle. Was able to get down well inside the 5-yard line and set up a 1st and goal. Let's see if we get the running back involved here on this 1st and goal.
Scott Fowl already more catches tonight than he had last week. Looking for his first career touchdown. Ellis also does not have a touchdown this season. Moon's out of the shotgun. First to go with a 4. Memphis brings the blitz. The pass is deflected and almost caught on the ground, but it will fall incomplete. Defended there by number 57, Dwayne Gent, to set up 2nd down.
Yeah, Dwayne Ginn almost got to the quarterback that time to bring down Xander Moon for the sack, which would have been huge after Madison just got down inside the 5-yard line. But luckily for Moon, he was able to get rid of that one on his way down to keep that field position right where it's at for right now.
2nd down and goal at the 4. Handoff to Duncan, going to lose a yard. Dropped for a loss in the backfield by a combo tackle from Gates and Amherst. 3rd and goal.
All right, I think it's time to break out the pass here. We've tried a run that went nowhere on 2nd down. It looks like we're going to see maybe get a slant pattern over the middle.
And we get a combo route, and it's a touchdown for Madison. We have points. It's Charlie Baker's 2nd of the season.
The shutout is no more, says Madison's offense, as Charlie Baker gets that reception in the end zone for 6 points. Xander Moon able to find him over the middle for that touchdown, and they take the lead here late in this first half.
Nate, Charles Doherty is in the chat talking about things that are unrelated, but this is your chance now to pitch him, to play outside and defend Kendra Hall, your wife.
There it is. Well, okay, so earlier, late in this season, he tried to get me to play kicker. I think it was for the Mexico City game. So I think he'd be pretty easy to talk to as far as switching positions. Although I won't be kicker, I would like to become cornerback, maybe switch spots with somebody and defend Kendra the next time we play Vancouver.
We'll see what his response is. Right now, he's just kissing my butt. 7-0. Madison takes the lead. Return up from the 10-yard line. Memphis has to get things moving up to the 28. Oh,
so
man.
Charles
just a
said
flat no. That's it.
Yeah, just a flat no. And Eddie Gage up in the ante a little bit, saying, "Be the boss, Nate. Threaten to file for free agency if he doesn't get you your way."
Yep, some drama on Lone Star. Hate
Wow.
to see it.
Hate to see it.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Memphis down 7-0. Madison puts together another terrific drive. That's their second fantastic touchdown drive in 3 quarters. That is a beautiful rainbow to Caesar Ackerman for the catch. The 43-yard line by Cyrus Jive, and that takes us to cue music. 2-minute warning. Madison up over Memphis 7-0. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. We'll be right back. Two timeouts for Memphis. They took one earlier. There's a look at Adams' numbers, 5 for 38. Randy Squarebush continues to outrun Douglas Brown in the other game, which is still 28-17. Annapolis over Boise in the third. 7-0 here as Memphis tries to put a drive together. Jive fires over the middle. That pass is caught by Adams. Adams turns the corner of the Madison 47-yard line. Check that. That's the fullback, tight end, rather, Sean Brule. I'll get it right eventually. First down.
Sean Brule on the reception. I thought we might see a 2-minute drill here, trying to get quick points to close out the half. But they're taking their time, it looks like. I think this is the wrong move going into the half like this.
Jive, a cool customer, hands it off to GP. Not a lot of work for GP in the first half, but that's going to change here.
Oh.
Makes 2 people miss, trying to get out of bounds. Cannot. The Madison 34, pickup of 13. And still, Memphis not really showing a ton of activity getting up to the line.
No, and now that I see it, they do have all 3 timeouts left, so maybe they'll start using them when they're under a minute left, but maybe not seeing the need to hurry it up so far.
Jive fires it, and it was a little bit behind Ackerman. They have 2 timeouts, Nate. Why do I even put anything up on the board?
Do they have 2 timeouts? I saw 3 timeouts on the screen.
Where?
Okay, I'm seeing Madison. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Man.
Wow. All right. Well, still 2 timeouts is still plenty of time with under a minute.
That's all right. You get to roast me for a mistake later. I put one in the bank for you. Jive fires it outside. Oh, Adams, one-handed catch. Tried to stay in bounds to cut up field, but now it's just going to waste more time. 3rd down and 4 at the Madison 27-yard line. Jive drops back, looking for Adams, and gets the first down, but they said he was tackled in the field of play. So the clock continues to run. 2 timeouts for Memphis at the 23-yard line. Jive again out to Adams. Caught out of bounds this time. 2nd and 5 of the 26. Perfect 2-minute offense or 1-minute offense here.
Yeah, perfect 1-minute offense, and this is going to be huge for these wide receivers to show off what they can do in these short time frame drills for these scouts. How well are they able to be going towards the out of bounds point and try to help their teams save time by stopping the clock?
Two receivers, one to either side. Wells takes a handoff. A curious call there, but they did have 2 timeouts, so they'll burn one there. They're down to 1 left. Johnny Bravo taking your side in the chat, and after I gave him all that great music in a late-night jam session in SFL General, and that's how he repays me, how can you take his side? That's terrible. 3rd and 2.
Wow.
It must be a Hall thing. Whenever I'm on with a Hall, I never get people to take my side. I don't know what the magic is you guys got going. 20 seconds to go. Jive dumps it off short. That pass is caught at the 10. No huddle here for Memphis. Probably one more play before the end of the half. Down to 10 seconds. Jive trying to race everybody up to the line. They're running into the end zone. The pass is caught by Israel Adams for a touchdown. What a 2-minute offense for Memphis, and an extra point will tie the game.
Wow, after going all week last week without a touchdown, Israel Adams gets his first one here in this game. Young man, you just get in the end zone, grab that ball, and help your team score like only you can. Great job to find him over the middle, and pinning this extra point, we got a tie ball game.
What an answer for Memphis, and after both teams were trying to figure out what each other was going to bring to the table, they both have a touchdown on the board here in the second quarter, and we are all knotted up at 7.
And Cam, how often do we see it in this league that normally what happens is with about 15 seconds left, call a timeout, kick a field goal, and keep some time on the clock for some reason. But this time, they got to play off an offensive play, and instead of a field goal going into the half, they get a touchdown and tie it up.
It all worked out perfectly. The Adams out route stopped the clock, which allowed them to run the football and take a timeout off that play. If he doesn't get out of bounds on that previous play, they don't get the run, they don't get the second and manageable, they don't get the first down. It all kind of snowballs on them, and maybe they're right back in that situation. But you're right, Nate. Memphis plays that perfectly, and on the final play of the drive, hits Israel Adams, who at this point has got to be up to 8 or 9 receptions in this football game. Moon drops the pass on the final play of the first half, and boy, the fullback lucky that did not end up in the hands of a River Runner defender, or that would have been a pick 6 to end the first half. Instead, we end it in a tie ball game at 7. What a great first half. Nate, your thoughts?
What a defensive game we had for the first quarter and a half of this game. Neither team could move the ball very much, and when they did, they got stopped just short of anywhere close to being in scoring position. GP Wells struggling to get anything going. Really, both running backs struggling to get anything going here in this first half. It's been the play of each of these teams' quarterbacks that's got their score so far. Xander Moon getting a touchdown, Charlie Baker on their drive, and then we saw it just now at the end of the half. Cyrus Jive getting Israel Adams a ball into the end zone on that final drive before halftime. So these quarterbacks are showing up and showing out and try to get these scouts to notice them.
A turnover-free first half. We don't say that often very much in either league, but both quarterbacks taking great care of the football despite both teams getting some pressure.
Yeah, both teams not getting any turn. We got close to having one turnover there, though, in the first half with that botched punt there by Madison. So luckily, though, the punter was able to have the wherewithal to go back there and get that punt away, which only netted into a 10-yard punt when it was all said and done. But yeah, great job by both of these teams to not commit any turnovers in the first half of play.
Start of the second half, Madison kicks it away. Axel Raven in the chat telling you to smash that like button. Yes, smash it. Are you a Next Level SFL fan? Visit the SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player and to join our community. Check out League Leaders. We've got stats from all 17 seasons of SFL action and track game, season, and career numbers for all the players over time who have gone from couch to field, like Nate. The Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong.
Way to incorporate me in there, Cam. That's great.
I gotta plug you. First down at the 30. It's in the script. Jive fires it outside. And that's caught again by Adams. 10 grabs for 67 yards and a touchdown already. His fantasy numbers skyrocketing. Pick up a 4.
And I would say about half of those completions have been on the sidelines where he's able to get both feet in bounds before he just goes out of bounds. So really helping his draft stock in this game, showing these scouts what he can do when it comes to grabbing these great catches on the sidelines.
2nd and 6. They hand it off to Wells, and Wells squeezes through the smallest of gaps and picks up a first down to the 42-yard line. Beautifully done by GP.
Wow, and had he gotten past that last tackle of outside linebacker Joseph Mann, he might still be running right now. We saw him start to heat a little bit up there towards the end of the first half with getting better runs on that last drive that ultimately led to that receiving touchdown by Adams. But he looks like he's heating up even more here on this first drive after halftime.
Hand off to Wells, running right, good blocking on the outside. Picks up 4 to the 46-yard line, and Nate, I am probably most happy than anybody about the weather. It's pretty awesome football weather here in Memphis tonight, and over at SFL HQ, it's 54 degrees. It is just nice to have a chill in the air and the window open.
Yeah, you're having better weather than we are here in Ohio. We got rain for the next 3 days, starting today through Saturday. Highs in the middle 50s, but it's going to be a soggy one for sure.
Pass caught by Adams again. That is his 11th catch of the night for 87 yards. Wrapped up at the end of the play by Bolt, but Adams is just destroying the Lynx secondary.
Destroying him every way he knows how to. He's over halfway to 20. Wouldn't that be something if we saw this rookie minor leaguer get 20 receptions in one game? I think we have a chance to maybe see that tonight.
Check that. Adrian Blaine on the tackle at the end of that play for Madison, and Memphis picking up right where they left off at the end of the first half, trying to double dip here as Jive steps up in the pocket and floats it outside. Pretty good coverage there for Madison. Would have been a very difficult catch for Terrence Weary, 2nd down.
Yeah, very tough catch for Weary. Looks like it was strong safety Adrian Blaine out there on the coverage. The ball just went right over his hands and incomplete. But I think had Blake caught that, maybe intercepted it, he would have been maybe going to the house on that one.
2nd down, rare incompletion over the last 10 or so minutes of action. GP up the middle, going to push forward before a gang of Lynx come and wrap him up. A 6-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 4.
All right, we got a 3rd and 4 here on this drive for Memphis. For Memphis. Let's see if they try to maybe get it to Adams again. He's been doing so good here in this drive so far.
Jive down the middle. That pass is hauled in to Terrence Weary, who's getting plenty of looks with Adams the focal point. First down to the Madison 11, and the last 4 minutes has been entirely Memphis moving the football on Madison up and down.
Yeah, if it's not Adams, it's Weary. And I think what's happening is Madison might be trying to get more defenders on Adams, which is going to open up Weary on the other side of the offensive formation. So we'll see if he continues to get looks here on this drive.
8:03 to go in the 3rd. Jive looking in zone, and it's tipped away and intercepted. The first pick of the night, the first turnover of the night, and it's Clay Martin off the knockdown back into the field of play.
Yeah, Clay Martin able to get that one. Looked like number 52. It was number 52 inside linebacker Nathaniel Diggs with the batted ball back towards to keep that one from going incomplete. Luckily, his cornerback was there to pick that one off and set them up with a new possession here, their first one here after halftime.
Great play by Nathaniel Diggs to knock that one away. Now Madison with a little bit more momentum, but not before Daniel Goldman knocks that one down in traffic.
He says, Nathaniel Diggs, I see you. I see how you swatted that ball. I can get my hand in there too and swat your pass away. So it falls. Didn't get intercepted this time, but it falls incomplete instead. So Madison will get another chance on 2nd and long.
Get this, Nate. Douglas Brown has 245 rushing yards in the Boise-Annapolis game, and Boise's down 18. Moon fires it outside. That pass is caught short of the first down, hauled in by Charlie Baker.
Yeah, Charlie Baker there on that catch to set up a 3rd and short. But going back to your point about Douglas Brown, we saw it in their first week game against Tacoma. Douglas Brown absolutely had a monster game in that game too, if I'm not mistaken. But their quarterback just couldn't get anything going, and they ended up getting blown out against Tacoma week 1. I think it's a growing trend so far for that team.
And off to Duncan on 3rd and short, won't get there. And so that'll be the end of the drive, and Madison quickly losing momentum in this game, and they'll have to punt. Annapolis and Madison, unbeaten teams in action right now. Madison's in some trouble. Looks like Annapolis is, although that game is not over, Boise on the move, but they are comfortably ahead right now over the Mud Dogs. And then later tonight, the league's unquestioned best team, Tacoma Grizzlies, 2-0. They've looked dominated doing it the first 2 weeks. You've seen them both weeks, Nate. And they'll be taking on Lexington, who has the league's #1 turnover differential. So we'll see what that defense can do against that high-powered Grizzlies offense.
Yeah, we know what kind of offense Tacoma has over there with their hot wide receivers that they've got over there right now. But like you said, Lexington with the #1 turnover differential is going to be which one gives way first, offense versus defense on that game.
1st and 10 of the Memphis 35. Cyrus Jai back to work after throwing an end zone interception. Hits Ackerman wide open. Ackerman picks up 8 yards. Get ready. The SFL 17th championship game will be broadcast live on Next Level Sports and for the fans Saturday, November 6th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Join yours truly, Mike St. Green, Josh Zirkle, Tyler Falk, Chris Curtis, Eric Vincent, and the rest of the broadcast crew for the momentous occasion. To find Next Level Sports channels on your devices, visit itsnextlevel.com. And to find For the Fans channels on your devices, visit ftfnext.com. So you don't miss a minute of the action, as well as loses a few yards. Nate, who you got going to the title game?
Oh, boy, you put me on the spot, huh? All right, well, I'm going to go with Baltimore to go beat up on Mexico City just because of what they did to Vancouver the prior week. And I'm going to have to go with Arizona to beat Florida. I mean, Eddie's team right now is just looking way too hot as they are going through the playoffs here. Well, almost fall an interception there. But I think it's Eddie's season to make that championship game. And how great would it be to see AJ in that championship game as their quarterback as well?
So you're going Arizona, Baltimore in the title game? You said Baltimore would pound Mexico City. What do you got them winning by?
28.
What?
28. I don't think I've got all the respect in the world for Matt Wilson and Mexico City, and Mike Daggs, of course. But I think Baltimore is just too much of a high-powered offense for Mexico City to try to keep up with them.
Well, I hope for the sake of ratings that you are wrong, good sir. Can't afford to blow out in the semifinals. Putting too much stock in.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see what happens for sure.
You are now being targeted in Arizona free agency, according to...
Charles has competition.
First down at the Madison 26-yard line. Off the punt. Xander Moon firing it deep, and it was a bit of a wobbler from the jump. That pass is incomplete. Pretty good defense there for Memphis, led by Laquan Smith, will bring up second down.
Yeah, Laquan Smith there on the coverage, like they were trying to go towards Scott Fowl on the deep route there to the tight end over the middle. But just great coverage all around on that defensive play, setting up a second and long here for this Madison offense.
4 receivers for Madison out there on a second down and 10. They've really put the ball in Xander Moon's hands a little bit more from the first quarter, and that one is almost picked off again. Maybe they should go back to trying to get Duncan involved just a bit. McClendley, it was the intended target, sets up third down.
And it was late in that first half, too, on that touchdown drive from Madison that we saw them. It was a passing, though, plays, a couple of them, that they got the halfback involved, some bigger plays out there in the flats for their halfback. Kind of went away from that there so far in the second half.
Moon going long, and it's almost squeezed through. Charlie Baker was the intended target, but T.J. Frosty and company coming over. That was an odd drive for Madison after they've really shown some nice balance. It's just Xander Moon hucking and chucking for 3 plays.
Yeah, maybe relying on their quarterback a little bit too much early here in the second half with a public service announcement for Lone Star from Charles when it regards Lone Star.
Yeah, you got the HR department working late. They do not appreciate that.
They're earning their money in this game.
Punt is away, and Memphis will get some pretty decent field position up to the 38-yard line. Listen up, SFLmers. The season continues next with 4 games in Week 4. Friday, November 5th, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's a week before my wedding, so give me a good show. You can watch every single SFL minor league game on the SFL's YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates. Help the league get to 5,000 subscribers during the SFLm's 4th season. The SFL minor league, where football dreams begin. Dreams start to the drive for G.P. Wells. Spins away and gets a first down to the Madison 47-yard line. Almost broke away, wrapped up by Kenny Miller.
Almost took off to the house. Wow, on that run. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. As this game goes on, G.P. Wells just continues to tear up this defense as we move further and further into this third quarter. He's getting larger chunks of yards on these running plays. And I would not be surprised if they keep going to him to help move the ball down the field.
Still a 7-7 game. We saw both teams score touchdowns before the end of the first half. Now the defenses have returned, but Memphis' offense continues to look terrific in this first half. Another first down out route to Adams. Adams may set a record for catches in a game, an SFLm game rather, 12 for 92 now.
And what is the record, Cam? I'll let you look that up while I address Charles's comment in chat. Asking me to report to HR office tomorrow morning at 9 p.m. Central. That's 10 a.m. my time, and luckily for me, I'll be at work, so I will not be at the office.
You're lucky not on the Pacific Coast, or you would have been screwed, as
I know,
Wells
right?
Picks up a few.
Yeah, Wells just continuing to tear it up here on this drive. But, yeah, luckily for me, I'm not in California. I am in Ohio. So I will be at work, and I will not be able to get out of work in order to be at the office tomorrow morning.
Third down and 3. Handoff to Wells. Wells has a first down to the 31-yard line. That is a 9-yard pickup. And wrapped up at the end of the play by Adrian Blaine. Going back to that Israel Adams record, we don't have single game records, but the single season catches record belongs to Riley Quintero from Birmingham of season 2. He had 92 in that season. So, I mean, if you average about 11 grabs a game in SFLm, you can get there, and Adams is way above that average, or at least above that average here late in the third quarter.
So Israel Adams may be approaching it for what it's worth, but as he goes down, for the sack, ouch.
Loss of 4. Jive still sitting on his butt. Somebody go and help him out. Robert Cherry with the sack.
Yeah, the coaching staff's going to be yelling at the offensive line for that one. You allowed the sack and let your quarterback go down. The least he could do is go back there and help him up after that play. But they're going to get an earful from that coaching staff.
What was Hammond barking about? He's the one that let the defender come in and make the play. Steve Hammond, now you need to report to an HR office. Get up and help your quarterback. You screwed him up anyway. 2nd and 14 at the 35-yard line. Handoff to Wells. Wells in trouble. Breaks a tackle. And then Wells tried to spin. Fantastic play on the outside. That is Blaine again. Adrian Blaine having a heck of a second half. Sets up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, Blaine getting tackles left and right, it seems like, here in this game. It's getting to that point, though. We're going to have to start asking about the how far of a kick Chilean Black can go if it gets into that range.
Oh, Cyrus Jive just let that one launch. Bolt was in coverage. And I think that was Terrence Weary, the intended target. But yeah, it's a tie game. I don't know what kind of leg Trillian Black has, but they are not going to trot Black out. They're going to punt the ball instead in a tie football game. What do you think, Nate?
Boy, this would be a perfect chance to get Trillian Black out there, in my opinion, to try to show these scouts what kind of a kicker he is in order to be drafted. But they decided to try to pin Madison deep here.
Whoa, a fair catch called for, and actually the punt looked like it changed direction a couple of times, and Madison's returner couldn't place it. So the ball ends up bouncing inside the 10 down to the 6.
Wow, what a punt. We saw a punt go into the end zone earlier that probably should have been down at the 1. This time he kicked it a little shorter, so it did stay in the field of play down at the 6-yard line. So a long field to go if Madison wants to get any kind of good scoring opportunities on this drive.
Handoff Duncan, and not much room there for Duncan at all. Lars Mikkelsen makes the tackle out of the slot for Memphis to bring up 2nd down.
I don't know if you've noticed, Cam, but I've been a little off of it here in this quarter. Little prayer request. I'm trying to make sure Kendra gets home safe, as on her way home from work, she slid off the road in the rain, trying to avoid another car. So prayers on her behalf that she gets home safe.
Is she able to continue driving?
Yeah, she is driving. She's still on her way home. She was able to avoid the other car that was swerving into her lane. She ended up in a ditch, but it took a while for somebody to come by and help her out of that ditch. But she is driving home, as far as I'm aware. So she is still on her way home.
Prayers to Kendra get home safely. That bomb cyclone is no joke. We got a bunch of it yesterday, and Duncan's reception does not go for a 1st down, so we're going to see another punt here.
Another punt by Madison. Boy, just can't get anything going here in this quarter. No matter what they try to do between Xander Moon passing it 3 straight times for incompletions, or trying to get the halfback involved, they just can't get anything going so far.
From the 46-yard line, Memphis returns it up to the 47.
Okay, for Eddie in the chat, as far as I'm aware, by what I mean by that is she's been texting me off and on through this quarter. So as far as I can read through between the lines of the chat, she is on her way home.
We'll all feel a lot better when Kendra gets home. 1st and 10 of the Memphis 47-yard line. Madison would feel a little better if their offense could get going, but right now the pressure's on their defense as GP Wells loses 3 yards. Gary Hounds again in the backfield registers his 2nd tackle for loss.
Yeah, good job by Hounds to get in the backfield and get down GP Wells. Up until that point, Wells had been having his way against this Madison defense, but the defense of Madison was able to come away with a huge tackle for loss to set up a 2nd and long.
2nd down here for Cyrus Jive. Both quarterbacks struggling a bit, and they're trying to get GP going on the outside, but Madison has really clamped down. The emergence of Adrian Blaine in this third quarter has been the storyline.
Adrian Blaine, all 6'3", 225 of them at that safety position, has been on that runner like nothing I've ever seen so far in this game. So let's see if it continues to get stops here on this drive.
Jive fires it. Adams, they backed off of him. Actually, a really nice play by Clay Martin. Let Adams make the catch short of the sticks. And now decision time coming up for Memphis on a 4th down and 1 at the end, or at the start rather, of the fourth quarter. That's the end of the third. No scoring in the first. A pair of touchdowns in the second. Nada in the third. 7-7. Madison and Memphis all tied up. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Along with Nate Hall, I'm Cameron Irvine. The number 1 Irvine, the number 2 Hall. 4th and 1 at the 44. Is that good with you, Nate?
I'm perfect with that. We all know she gets more ball time than I do anyways.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Jive fires. It's knocked away, and a turnover on downs as Madison's Hounds swats that one down, and Madison is going to end up with great field position. Nate, I don't like the call. Your defense is playing so well. Why not pin him again?
Yeah, you pinned him deep the last possession, pinning Madison inside the 6-yard line. But this time, they decided to go for it, maybe catch Madison's defense napping a little bit, maybe. I don't know what their thought process was on that, but I agree. Terrible call. And now we'll have to see what kind of momentum that gives this Madison offense as they come onto the field.
From the 44, Duncan will take the handoff, has some space up the middle, pick up a 5, and it's been the most successful part of this Madison rushing attack today when Duncan's just followed a lead blocker right up the gut. Nothing fancy.
Yeah, and he's just following the big offensive line in front of him. Got Mitchell Witters there. Like you said when this game first started, offensive lineman is going to have huge stock when it comes to the draft following this season. So Mitchell Witters will probably be on a lot of teams' radars once this season's over.
Good throw there from Xander Moon on the run. Sheldon Hilton makes that reception. Douglas Brown has scored another touchdown in that game. It's almost over. Annapolis clinging to a 38-27 lead. Boise would have to recover a couple onside kicks, so looks like Annapolis is going to go 2-0. What say you, Madison? Trying to protect an early undefeated season. Hand off to Duncan, and Duncan is dropped in the backfield on 3rd down.
Boy, this Madison defense continues. The Memphis defense continues to come up huge. We've seen it a couple of different times now, where whether it be a turnover or just taking it over out after a turnover on downs. But this Madison offense can't get anything going after these turnovers.
Out of the 13-yard line, and lo and behold, Memphis's 4th down failure does not come back to haunt them. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotions, and the SFL. Cyrus Jive in a 7-7 football game. Checks it down to Wells, and Wells is wrapped up. No gain. That's Hounds again. As you look at the numbers, not bad. Still just the 1 interception in this game, but these defenses are holding strong.
Yeah, defense definitely came to play in this game. I think if they wanted that play to work, Cyrus Jive was going to have to get that pass out there to his halfback while he was still on the run. Instead, he waited until his halfback had stopped all of his momentum to get that ball out there to him. It just couldn't go anywhere.
Jive is sacked. A 3rd and long coming up as now all of a sudden Madison is winning the field position battle. A 3rd and long coming up. It's Adams' time, probably.
Yeah, most likely going to be looking towards Adams or Weary's way on this pass play. But we said throughout this game that the quarterback for Memphis is going to have to stay upright after getting sacked 4 times last week. I think that's his second or third one so far this week. So their offensive line woes continue as far as keeping the quarterback upright.
Deep ball, that again was not Adams deep. It ended up being Kent Harris, and it's another 4th down for Memphis. And you just kind of get the feeling that whoever's got the ball in the best field position now down towards the end of this game might come away with a victory. All you need is 3.
Yeah, but even good field position we've seen hasn't amounted to much for either team in the second half either. That last drive that Madison started out at was almost to midfield after that turnover on down, so they just have to find ways to move the ball.
From the 50, Madison is going to start in Memphis territory. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. 8:10 to go in the 4th quarter. Madison and Memphis all tied up at 7. Douglas Brown cuts it back and lost a yard. These defenses, I'm willing to say, Nate, more stingy even in the second half than they were in the first half, if that's possible.
Yeah, and you said Douglas Brown is actually Marcus Duncan. I know what game you're watching now, but yeah, definitely
yes.
couldn't get anything. Marcus Duncan has been shut down all game long. Just hasn't been able to get anything going. So good job by Memphis' defense to contain him and not get anywhere out of the backfield.
Now, see, you waited for the right moment as Ellis makes the catch and forces the 3rd down. You waited for the right moment. I told you could get me back, and you nailed it. You know, G.P. Wells is number 21 in this game, too. Running backs got to find some different numbers around here.
Yeah, they really do. Number 21 seems to be a theme right now, but a huge 3rd-1 call right here.
Got it. And a lot of it as Duncan picks up a 1st down to the 27. Again, right up the middle, all by himself. That's been the offense.
Yeah, and Duncan, whenever he goes up the middle, up until this point, he usually gets about 4 or 5 yards. This time he gets a good 10-plus yards before he gets touched by the defense, and he only needed 1, so made it look easy getting that 3rd down conversion. And now we know Madison doesn't have a contract kicker, so that may come into play here if they get stuck on this set of downs.
They tried to set up the screen to Duncan, and instead a sack in the backfield. That's Memphis's Dwayne Gent once again. And 2 steps forward, 1 steps back for this offense.
Yeah, just when it looked like they had something good going with Marcus Duncan in the running game, it just goes backward in a sack.
Moon check down, Duncan nothing there. Nice job by Memphis in the secondary. That's Roy Vance. It's been a little quiet tonight, which is always a good night, or a good sign rather, for a corner. 3rd and 17 at the 34. Nate, I don't think that they have a kicker with this range. If I'm Madison in a game with points hard to come by, I just try to get 10 here and maybe get a game winner.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the yards you can on this play. Know that you have 2 plays to get the 1st down.
And Moon, almost got it all as that pass is hauled in down the field by Ellis. Ellis now 42 yards. There's Adams' updated numbers. That's exactly what you wanted. That sets up Madison to try to take a 3-point lead here.
Yeah, they got enough. In my opinion, they got enough yards to, even with a non-contract kicker. I think they trot out Joseph Bumgarner here to try to tack on 3 points, take the lead late in this one. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do here. Just a heads up for everybody in chat. Kendra just walked through the door. She is home now.
Hooray, Kendra. Way to go, Halls. Glad everybody's safe. 36-yard field goal for Madison to take the lead. It is good.
Oh,
and we have our first points of the second half. The unbeaten Lynx trying to get a win on the road.
Yeah, unbeaten Lynx trying to stay unbeaten. Good drive for this offense and getting that kicker out there to tack on the 3 points. That could prove huge as Memphis has been struggling so far in this second half. I would not be surprised with this much time left in the fourth quarter if they try to still get GP Wells going.
Not a lot on the return there. 29 seconds to go. 5:09 remaining in the fourth quarter. The semifinals of the SFL's 17th season will air on both Next Level Sports and For the Fans networks on Saturday, October 30th from 4:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Arizona travels to face Florida first, while Baltimore hosts Mexico City in the second game to claim spots in the 17th SFL Championship game. To find Next Level Sports channels on your devices, visit itsnextlevel.com. To find For the Fans channels on your devices, visit ftfnext.com so you don't miss a minute of the action. That's Blaine again, dropping Wells for a gain of only 3.
Dropping Wells there. They did look for Wells at the first play of this drive, thinking that he might break off a big run, but Madison's defense just too tough right now.
Empty backfield here for Cyrus Jive. 4:36 to go. Down 10-7. Back to pass off a low snap. Floats it. Almost caught by Ackerman. It's incomplete. Almost a perfect dime.
Almost a sliding catch by Cesar Ackerman too, but Enzo Bolt on the coverage. They might grant him a batted ball there. Might have hit his leg on the way down.
Oh, if he would have caught that was such a perfect pass, and that was honestly the only place Jive could have put that without it getting knocked away. And Bolt just got there at the end. 3rd down and 7. Jive, critical here. Needs a first. Got a first to the 42-yard line. A 10-yard pickup. That's Weary for the first down.
Exactly what Memphis needed in this situation. Just a great call to get that throw over the middle to Weary. Getting that first down conversion. Still plenty of time here, so time's not a factor as they continue to try to move this ball down the field.
2 in the backfield. Adams, bottom of the screen with 13 receptions tonight. 4 minutes to go. And Madison brings the house, and Wells got what he could. 5-yard pickup, but Madison was bringing a bunch on that play. Clock continues to tick.
Yeah, GP Wells staying involved, getting yards where he can, helping this offense any way he can to get the yards that they need as they almost are at midfield right now.
They've done a nice job on Wells tonight. 270 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first 2 games coming in. That's a deep loss to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Wells averaging 7 yards a carry, only behind Squarebush and Brad Jones, who have been dominant. But don't forget about Wells either.
I think with Squarebush and I think you got to include Douglas Brown in that conversation too. 4 great backs here in the minor leagues.
Pass is caught, but now it's going to be 4th down. 3 minutes to go. Memphis does have 3 timeouts here to go. You see that correctly, Nate.
I do see that.
So I think they're going to put it away. Randy Squarebush, player of the game in Annapolis' victory. 4 total touchdowns, 285 all-purpose yards, including 200 more on the ground tonight. He was averaging 10 yards a carry coming in from his game last week. Not that exactly here tonight, but still a pretty incredible night for Randy Squarebush in Annapolis' win. Memphis is going to need a stop. 2:52 to play in this ball game.
And if you're Madison's offense here, you play it safe. Maybe 1 or 2 passing plays to ensure you do get a first down, though. But make Memphis use their timeouts before they get another first down.
1st and 10 at the 15. Madison is up 10-7. The handoff will go to Duncan and pick up 2. And those that yards per carry for Duncan 2.8 doesn't really tell the story because he's actually been pretty effective when he's been running in between the tackles.
Yeah, he's been effective. It's been on those outside runs where he's been stopped for either no gain or lost plays. But yeah, if he's going up the middle, he's getting 5 to 10 yards a carry.
Second down, 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. And off again to Duncan, tried to stretch it just a little bit outside the hash marks, picks up 1. So here's the opportunity for Memphis. On a 3rd down and 7, can they get the stop, possibly get a game-winning touchdown or a game-tying field goal? We'll find out after the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League minor league action on YouTube. Welcome to those of you. Say again?
So go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
3rd down and 7 at the 18-yard line. 3 wide here for Madison. 7 in the box. They're going to toss it out to Duncan. Duncan is going to break a tackle, and Duncan is stretched out for a loss of 1. A pretty conservative play call there as Memphis is going to get the football back. We welcome those of you who watched Annapolis defeat Boise 38-27. 10-7 game in this one. Madison scored the first touchdown of the game towards the end of the first half, and then Memphis answered in the final 2 minutes with a touchdown of their own, tying the game at 7. After a scoreless third quarter, Madison was able to tack on a field goal, and now Memphis has a chance to either tie or win the game here late. We have only had 1 turnover in this ball game. It's been a pretty defensive-minded game on both sides. Some great football being played. The best defender on the field has Madison the lead. That's strong safety, Adrian Blaine.
Yeah, Adrian Blaine coming up big here for his defense. But if we're going to see what Israel Adams is made of in this drive, they have to start looking his way, I think, if they want to start moving this ball down the field, try to take the lead.
3 receivers here for Cyrus Jive, 6 in the box. Jive steps up, had to sidestep, and the pass is incomplete. Knocked down by Owen Ward, looking for Weary. Madison's done a nice job on Weary, giving him just 3 catches on 7 targets.
Yeah, Cyrus Jive had to jive his way out of the pocket there to avoid a sack. I think there were defenders closing in on him. Might have been why he had to throw that one on the run a little bit. It's caused that pass to go incomplete.
3 receivers, all to the short side left, top of the screen. Memphis down 3, field goal ties, touchdown win, deep shot, Adams, pass knocked away. Knocked down by Clay Martin, a rare incompletion thrown Adams' direction, and it's 3rd and 10.
And luckily for Memphis, it goes incomplete. I think that was on the verge of being catastrophic as far as an interception goes. That would have been ball game, in my opinion. So Memphis is lucky to get another shot here on 3rd and long.
4 receivers, Jive under center with GP in the backfield. Madison's done a great job on him tonight. Dime look here for Madison's defense. Jive looking long down the near side, incomplete. Bolt all over. Weary again. Now it's 4th and 10.
Great timing on that play by Enzo Bolt. He got to that receiver right when that ball did and knocked that ball loose from being completed by Weary. So last chance here, I think, for Memphis to try to keep this game alive for them.
They're going to go a bunch to the left. Jive needs the Madison 42.5-yard line. Jive fires into triple coverage. The pass is incomplete. And Madison is a first down away from improving to 2-0 this season.
Nathaniel Diggs coming up big on that play with a huge batted down ball. It looks like number 23 may have gotten his hand in there first. That's Enzo Bolt.
Man.
So 2 plays in a row, Enzo Bolt makes big plays that cornerback position to knock the ball away and make it an incomplete pass.
Perfect coverage from Bolt. If Madison can't get a first down, it won't end the ball game. And anytime you got Israel Adams on the other side, you can't say for certain if he's on the football field, that you're going to win. Madison needs 10 yards to ice it. Hand off to Duncan. Duncan is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll set up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 after that tackle for loss. Memphis takes their second timeout, so they have one left. I don't think you go away from this, the run game, though, right now if you're Madison.
SFLm action continues next on YouTube. San Jose hosts Ottawa as Duncan is going to get another run for a timeout. That's coming up at 9 Eastern, or whenever Nate is ready for his play-by-play debut. What do you think, Nate?
Give me 5 minutes. I got to get a drink and then make sure Kendra's okay.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah.
Tacoma takes on Lexington at 9:20 Eastern. That will wrap up our action. We'll see if Tacoma can keep things going or if Lexington can play how they played in the first half against Ottawa last week, not the second half. As Moon will step up in the pocket, throwing on 3rd down, and it's incomplete. So Memphis is going to get the ball back with 1:19 to play.
Let's see if I can do this right and cause some bad juju on Madison's side. So we saw a botched snap on a punt in the first half by Madison that almost cost them a huge play on that drive as far as field position. Let's see if Lightning can strike twice.
Clean snap, but a near block as Memphis went after it as they should. This ball going to bounce inside the 10, and, well, that's some kind of lightning. Hits a tree and catches it on fire, and Memphis is going to get it at the start of the 20.
Unfortunate there for Madison, man. Had that gunner been able to stop his momentum from going into the end zone, that would have been most likely a 98 or 99-yard drive that Memphis would have had to gone on to score a touchdown. As it is, couldn't keep that from going into the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 20. As Jive flips it out to Wells on the first play of the drive. Beautiful job making the tackle inbounds. That's Bolt again. Or check that. That actually was Ulysses Yale coming from all the way on the other side of the field. Down to 53 seconds left. Got to push the ball down the field. That pass is knocked away.
And number 52 for Madison, that's going to be Nathaniel Diggs. Coming up, he's coming up big here late in this fourth quarter too when it comes to defensive plays, getting a hand in there again to bat that ball down, making it tough, very tough for this Memphis offense to move the ball right now.
Third and 9 at the 21, 51 seconds left. A field goal ties it. A touchdown wins it for Jive as Jive's pass is incomplete. Knocked down by Michael Lister, who's been pretty quiet for Madison at the free safety position. Pass intended for Adams, and this is it.
This is it. Wow. This Madison defense has, let's see if this defense has one more big play in them. Looks like they were going towards Adams on that last play. They've got to look at something deep, though, here with only 47 seconds left.
4th and 9, just a 3-step drop and a sack, and Madison is going to stay unbeaten and shuts out Memphis in the second half.
Number 98, Dean Lear, all 291 pounds of
Oh, look at him fighting.
Barreling on that poor quarterback. Memphis has, offensive line has had trouble all season long with keeping their quarterback upright. That continues here today as Madison will come away with a huge win.
Madison cleans it up and gets the victory. Jive sacked more than any quarterback in the league coming in. Had been sacked 6 times, and he's been sacked a bunch tonight. And Madison, for the second week in a row by their skin of their teeth in a low-scoring game, is going to get to 2-0. What a start for the Madison Lynx. Coming up next week, Madison will host Ottawa. Annapolis will take on Memphis. So back-to-back unbeatens for Memphis on the schedule, and then Tacoma has got San Jose. Madison runs the clock out and waves goodbye to the Memphis faithful. 10-7, Madison wins a low-scoring, great football game and drops the River Runners to 1-2.
Yeah, awesome defensive game all the way around for really both teams, but Madison's just able to do enough. As you see, Memphis has more total yards in this game than Madison does, yet Madison still comes away, finds a way to get that 3-point win. Just a great job by them to do just enough to gain the win. Xander Moon, what was big in this game, he got their first touchdown. And even the running back, even though he didn't have a huge game, you said it earlier, Cam, he did just enough to help his team out on that drive where they got in the field goal range, which ultimately led to Baumgartner's field goal to take the lead late in the fourth quarter. So great team win all around by this Memphis team. Madison team.
How often do you win a football game with 202 yards of offense? I think Adrian Blaine should be the player of the game, but the skew offense. Oh no, Adrian Blaine wins it with 14 solo tackles. How about that?
You called it, sir. You should be Nostradamus.
Oh no, I got to give that to Axel Raven because he said it in the chat first. 14 tackles, a rare. Strong safety player of the game. Memphis drops it to Madison 10-7. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Nate Hall, I'm Cameron Irvine. Good night. SFLm action continues next.